Hello, and welcome back to Elden Ring. So, I'm not 100% sure where to go from here. I know we should probably continue on to the final boss. I don't know anything about the final boss. Or if I should go around and try and fight things, or what I should really do, really. There's nothing more I can do here. That I know for sure, I think. There is something I wanted to check. Just to go in here and see if, like, her needle is in here. And if not, which I don't see it, I do want to switch the thing I have equipped to this. Because if I swap the right, swap the middle, no. So if I equip this, and I go over to my shield, its guard boost is 84. If I get rid of this, it's still 84. Okay. Do I have... No, it's still great shield. I'll just assume it works. I do need to upgrade this shield a bit more, but that's not that big a deal. So, where we're gonna go first is up here. Realize that we gotta fight Godric. Do we want to fight Godric, though? That's the question. I doubt I can fight any of the big centipede boys, even now. So, I really have two options. Fighting Godric, or figuring out somebody to fight. Or not Godric, Godfrey. There we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see who that is. So yeah, I think we're good. I, I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot probably that we could do, but as I don't have the time to scour through the game completely, I am just gonna go this way and fight him. If it takes me a couple tries and I can't beat him, what I'll do is go and upgrade my shield and upgrade. There's something else I was gonna upgrade, but no, you know what? Okay, so. Unlock a lot of stamina here, which is good. Unfortunately, my Mimic does not like to guard, or else he would also be in a good state right now. Oh, there goes his first phase. Haven't seen the second phase yet.
That will be all. Thou didst me good service, Sirosh.
Oh. I'm guessing that's where Godfrey got his whole grafted thing. Except instead of one strong beast, he tried 1,000 small ones.
I've given thee courtesy enough.
Okay. That's aggressive. I like it.
Now I fight as Horalu. Warrior!
I wonder if that's who he originally was. Well, that's rude. Just, I hate bosses that one-shot you with stupid moves that are unblockable. I really do. I think if there's one thing that I wish you didn't do, it's that. Even if it does so much that you need a ridiculous amount of guard boost and stamina, I want you to still add in the point that you can block it, kind of, you know? I don't want to be left out going, well, now I'm just gonna fix this hit because I can't block anything because I'm just a weak little piss baby. You know? Because I shouldn't be weak by any means. I'm not saying I'm like the strongest there ever was. I'm just saying there's no way I'd be so weak as to just get grabbed on and have nothing I can do about it. There we go. Let's not take that attack out. But somehow I doubt it's a fair attack. Yeah. Okay. I can beat him, ignoring the fact that he one-shots me. If I can get my mimic to distract him long enough, I can do enough attacks to him that he dies. I really wish they just added a freaking little piss baby statue here so that I could rest it America or whatever you want to call it. And no, I'm not gonna summon somebody to fight this for me this time because he's actually a main boss that isn't that difficult. Don't get me wrong, it's difficult. It's just not that difficult. He's not like more god levels of difficulty. Oh, come on. And there's a fish there. Can't do anything. Can't do anything. And can't do anything. No, it wasn't. Stop being bullshit. I really don't like strength-based characters that are supposed to be like these epic hand-to-hand combat lovers gonna fight you with their bare fists in their final phase because they just love it. That are also heavy with magic. Because those things don't clash. It makes for a good boss fight, but as a character, it doesn't work that much. You know? Maybe it's just the general feel of the character that I'm talking about, and it's fine or something, but it just doesn't feel correct. Seriously. Yeah, it's fine. My Mimic is gonna die pretty soon anyway, so it doesn't matter. The Mimic really isn't that strong. People were trying to say that it's like this overpowered thing. And sure, it has a lot of freaking health, but its attack is so fucking weak that you really can't consider it overpowered. Now, I do want to try giving it... Where is it? This. I know I can't use it effectively, and I know my Mimic can't use it effectively. It doesn't affect my weight. So, I want to try seeing if my Mimic will use it or if it'll just bumble around with it. So I'm gonna go this way, start the onslaught. Okay, so he didn't use it. Now he just needs the opportunity to use it. I seriously hate that it's that big of an area that it fucking includes. Because there's no reason for it to be that big of a fucking area. Like, what's the point of the giant glowing line if it doesn't actually mean anything? Because it would be one thing if the animation showed more than just rocks going up in the air. If, like, the ground split open further, at least that would make sense. It doesn't. I'm gonna try it with this a little bit more. Twists around him. These attacks are perfectly timed with right before I can get my shield back, so I can never fucking get my shield back. Of course he does these abilities. Back to fucking back with his quick abilities. Because he can't just do one fucking thing at a time. Okay. Mog Spear is great, but it stops my Mimic from proccing the cold. Which just hurts me in the end. If we both could use this, then it would be something different. Because we might both be able to proc bleed on him. Not that that's really effective, because the additive for bleed takes a really fucking long time. But that's fine. Yeah, because I can block that attack without even fucking hurting. And yet for some reason I get insta-killed by it. And of course, because you don't block anything. Like a dumbass. I was blocking, so why'd I take damage to that? Again, blocking. Why take damage? Okay, so your logic is giant thing, glowy explosion come out the ground. Yeah, you can block that. That makes sense. But big boy does stomp stomp. You can't block that. Because you're too close to stomp stomp. And a big stomp stomp. It doesn't make any sense. Especially because basically what his stomp does is create a high energy wave that goes directly at you and underneath you. Both of which you can block. See, even when I only do the big attack, I still can't get my move out fast enough to hurt him. Of course you're gonna do another big attack. Healing. One cannot heal with you around. That's not legal. Ah. And I can't stand up in time. I don't think upgrading my shield's gonna matter. I'm gonna be honest. Because it's basically luck. Is he gonna do his fucking stupid ass stomp every second of every day because you're trying to heal? Is he gonna concentrate on your mimic too much, causing it to die? Is your mimic gonna roll around him, causing it to get hit by things it really shouldn't? Because, oh my god, it's gotta roll. And is your mimic actually gonna hit it? Because a lot of times, it just doesn't fucking do anything. It just tries to dodge attacks. When it's not even being targeted. Do your stupid jump. And none of that was close enough, because of course, he just jumped at me. Why would I be close enough to hit him? My mimic can't do anything because of how much he moves, which is funny because it's just accurate for how much you can actually do against him. And big foot stomp, which I can't block. Big foot stomp, which I can't block. Oh, you mean I can't attack without getting hit because he's so fucking fast, even though he's literally supposed to be a guy who doesn't give a shit about any of that and will just run at you crazed with his hands in the air. This is literally a man who will throw off all his armor, throw his weapon away, throw his lion away, voluntarily, just to put his hands in the air and smack you. And you're trying to tell me he's fucking as fast as... Maybe not physically running as fast as her, Melania. Or whatever her name is. Sword of Michaela. Or Michaela, or whatever the fuck her name is. But in pure attack speed, he's faster than her. In like running up on you and continuous attacks, she's faster. But she's also super fucking weak. And so the fact that you can't get attack off on him unless he's distracted is bullshit. And I mean me specifically because the weapon I'm using is what I can compare. That's all I can compare. This is what I got. But it's a baseline for me saying that basically she is faster repeated attacks, but he is faster just attacks. And it doesn't matter whether or not we're talking about either because I can't fight back. Lest my game crash. And it goes through my shield. It was not nobly fought. You fucking bullshit cheated. Because I think what's supposed to happen is if you're within that little circle where the rocks shoot up your ass, then it goes through your shield regardless. But the problem is, even if I back out of that circle, I still get hit through the shield. And I don't think that's intentional. I think that's just fucking bug. And I can't tell because they don't make it clear what their intentions are. Maybe it's supposed to be different. Maybe there's supposed to be a little stomp that you can block and a big stomp that you can't, and there's just a big ass circle that you gotta run out of. But there's no visual indicators. And you think, oh, well, on the first one, he does this really slow, big stomp. That's the visual indicator. Which would be fine if he always did a really big, slow stomp. The problem is, what they probably found was people attacked him during that stomp, rolled away, and then he did the big stomp again, so they attacked again. And they cheesed him like that. And so what they probably did was went, well, to counteract that before it happens, we're just going to make him quick stomp after the first one, because why the fuck not? What did I just get rid of? I don't know. It'll tell me. Okay, there we go. I don't need either of them. Okay. And let's go with this. It doesn't really raise my HP by that much. Like, look at the bar now. Or we can just look up the straight HP. It's 894. If we get rid of it, it's 828. Literally, because I haven't put much of anything in Vitality, you get jack shit out of the vastly raises maximum HP. And I'm guessing because it's a percentage, but it doesn't do shit. Do I need this? Is that what I need? Doesn't seem like it. It's just jump attacks, arrow stuff, spell duration, potencies, and incantations. FP by skills. Greatly boosts the attack power of skills. I wish there was a way to tell, like, actively how much this was doing for me. Like, if they gave the percentage or something. I get it's not really useful to know all that, but it's kind of useful. Greatly raises attack power, successive attacks. Okay. Trying to figure out what I should use. Poise, maybe? I don't think that'll really help me. I don't know what even poise does. When we already know that guard boost is a thing. Physical damage negation. Eh. It's the best I can say is eh. Do I just have straight up enough load that none of this matters? Seems so. Then let's do this. Okay. Okay, so first, rest at side of grace. Great runes. I need to find some of those finger towers so I can get some of the other great runes. Ashes of Ore, this. Let's just do this. Standard. Anything that boosts guard boost. And not hurts guard boost. Nothing. You know what? I'm gonna go with those goofy plays and do this. Okay, so that's the... Alright, let's do this. Let's go. My Mimic just doesn't accept that as an option. Okay, so it doesn't seem to be possible to do heavy attacks with the shield, which is important to notice. I don't like that my Mimic won't listen to me in this regard. I think they need to program it so that it'll listen to me in this regard. Especially because it barely uses the shield to begin with. This would be a way to, like, make sure it uses the shield. I don't even know if you can get madness, let's be honest. Heal just in case. Stop going the same way as I am, Nick. At the very least, what I can confirm is the heavy button does absolutely jack shit. Even if I could hit him with it. And I hate that he sometimes does attacks faster again. I'm almost certain they have that programmed in at random ass moments. The attacks just go faster. Maybe it's as time goes on or something, but it's annoying. So yeah, it's useless to two-hand the shield. Because one-handing it doesn't even do anything. I had to upgrade you a lot. I want to make sure it's your max level to begin with, so there's that. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. So I just need to get used to fighting the boss. Again, there should just be a stake up here. Really nothing I can do against that. If I hit him once and he fucking dodges away. And he keeps putting us in the same fucking line so that he can hit us both at the same time. Regardless of what I try to do. And as it's made clear to me, he does not respect having a 1v1 at all. He pretends like he does, but he really doesn't. Because, like, attacks that go through the shield just repeatedly. Unblockable things. You don't respect the 1v1. That's fine. Don't pretend like you do. Why does it seem that every time I try and protect my Mimic, it's when it dies the most? Like, purposefully going around the other side so that my Mimic doesn't get hit when I get hit, but then it just moves into the path of the swing and gets hit so it can't attack. Like, utter bullshit uselessness. Like, they want me to treat it like it's just a thing that's there while I'm having a 1v1. But also, you know, like another me. Which doesn't make sense. Like, my Mimic is just not programmed well. Take these explosions, for example. He doesn't block them. He is literally me. Meaning, regardless of his stamina count, which seems to be infinite, by the way, he has 84 block on his shield. Meaning he can take that hit. Because he could take that hit with fucking 0 change. Stamina. From a level 1 character. And he has the strength because he can wield anything I can wield. It's like he just doesn't want to. These talismans do absolutely fuck all. Gonna go with that so that it actually, you know, might do something, which I can't tell because these don't actually tell me if they're doing anything. And if it does as much as fucking these health talismans, which is a +2, by the way, which means it's the level 3 version, as you can see. Yet it does fuck all for me because I don't have any health. And then poise. I don't even fucking know what poise does, but we're going with it, because why the fuck not? At least it'll do something useful. Possibly. Who the fuck knows? What the fuck was that? Because you can't block something you can't block. And there's no fucking blocking that. I... Okay. I'm going to overrule my own stupidness and go down here and see what it takes to level up the shield. Okay. I need 3 smithing stone 3s and a lot of runes. Which means we're gonna spend a while grinding. I have access to smithing stone 3s now that I've actually got the bell bearing. And this is the easiest location in the world to grind. For 3 different reasons. One, if you're strong, these guys still give a good amount of runes per kill. Let me equip. Even without the golden beetle, but it's better with the golden beetle. Okay. Second reason this is a good place to grind. If you're weak, you can still pretty much one-shot these guys with this backstab. And the last reason why it's a good place. If you're weak, what you can do is backstab a couple of these guys, and then back up as fast as you can to try not to die. But if you have the skill, you can still fight, so it doesn't matter that you're weak. Because honestly, they're not that strong, as long as you're careful. Better to backstab. I'll be honest with that. And it's really hard to fight that move specifically. It's why you back up when you go to fight them. But a lot of people like dodging anyway, and the best way to avoid that is to dodge. I hate how useless armor is. Because in real life, a shield is secondary to armor. Now I'm talking specifically about knights, but also... Fuck, take police, for example. A riot shield is secondary to having a bulletproof vest, and a helmet, and all that little arm and leg shit that they wear. But specifically, they're trying to avoid, you know, getting murdered by bullets to the chest. Because most people aim at the chest, and all that. And then take it a step further, you're wearing the best armor in all the land. And yes, I'm including the chest piece, because technically they're both the best armor in all the land. But nobody else has these 2 pieces of armor. Because you got them. And they were special pieces made specifically for these 2 people. And yet, some random dude wearing absolutely no armor is a spiky boy, and so your armor becomes useless, meaningless, absolutely pointless. Now, don't get me wrong. Do you understand why armor's like that? Yeah, because it would be too overpowered to just give you access to super strong armor. Do I think it's an okay decision to just nerf the armor so bad that it's practically useless? No. That was too much. You just back your shot. What I'm trying to say basically is don't disrespect the armor. It's important, and you make it out to be something that's completely useless. And I think it's because people have been running through the game, like speed running it without any armor, but I really like having super heavy armor and a super heavy shield so that I can take 20 hits and not have to worry about it. Because I know that even if my shield fails, I have some armor. And I get vitality is there. Vitality isn't the end all be all of life. Like, honestly speaking, if you completely removed vitality and your vitality stayed the same, you wouldn't be able to beat this game with armor. And I don't mean at all, I mean reasonably speaking. And most people don't give jack shit about vitality because it's one of those things in games that you don't level up. Because you want to actually be able to hit the boss hard enough and wear your armor and use your weapon. But if I had to redo this again and restat my character, I just wouldn't use armor. I'd just up my vitality with, instead of equipment load, only have my equipment load enough to use my shield and my weapon. But my brain doesn't work like that, so I'll never be able to do that. Just keep leveling this up as much as possible. Equipment. Level 25. It has 89 guard boost. This supposedly gives 10 guard boost. I don't know. Because it just says boost guarding ability and doesn't show what it does. I'm gonna look it up and make sure. So yeah, people don't know. People say it's how it works, but they don't actually know. Um, they think that this gives it 100 guard boost, but somehow I doubt that. But what I can do, outside of actually talking to you, exit armaments. I also kind of want to level this up a little bit. I like the Great Serpent Hunter. I'm only gonna get it up to level 9. Insufficient runes. Okay. It's enough. So yeah, just directly comparing this to this is already better. But this doesn't have the full arcane bonus. So I can't know until I have that. This is A in strength, and it probably ups to S in strength, which is actually really fucking good for me. And it's still dexterity based. This is more dex based than and for now, I'm gonna go here. Not for coins actually, but to test some stuff out. For example, a really easy test to do is to poke one of you. Still takes a lot of my stamina. Well, not a lot, but a little bit. And then an easier test is to get one of these guys' attention. And then wait for him to spike at me. Does a decent amount. Doesn't help that they go around me, which is one of my major problems with this game, is people just going straight around my shield for no fucking reason. Okay. So. When you have armor in a game like this, you really just want to see higher stats. Because, like, I get robustness. I don't know what robustness does. But, like, none of this damage negation means anything. Not really. Like, it's... If you have the best armor in the game, which I can't be sure that I do, I just... When I was looking stuff up, this is what they said was the best. You expect higher stats than 3. Like, take this gauntlet, for example. None of the actual damage negation gets over 5. And I get it's the gauntlets, and the gauntlets are the weakest part of the armor. But you really want your weakest thing to say that everything's 10, at least, when it's the strongest armor in the game. You want your strongest to say Vitality 76, because that's great. but it doesn't really help you, does it? Have super high on any of this stuff. Because, yeah, you have a higher physical straight up, by barely, and it lowers all the other physical actual attacks that you're going to get hit with, which means it's probably going to negate the fact that it ups the physical in the first place. I don't know, I just expect better from armor that weighs 21 pounds, 23 pounds, when the next fucking heaviest is 17.5. And it's barely worse than it. There's a lot of arbitrary stats that those boost. And yes, they do give direct boosts comparing most of the stats, but still, it's not like great. It's not like I should search out this armor because it's so great level of good. Because honestly, it's at the level of, if I find it and can wear it, maybe I'll use it level. Okay, so I wanted to test out the Second Hunter Spear. So unless I'm fighting a serpent, this is the best I can hope from it. Am I overloaded? Is that why? It's acting still funky. And can't block out in that menu, and I can't block because I'm out of the menu now, but how much damage does this even do? 1,074? It's not worth it. Even once we upgrade it some more, it's not gonna be worth it, because, like, take this for example. Heal. You come over here, you get this side of attention. You stab. Does 725, right? Which I will be the first to admit. It's a lot weaker than that thing's heavy. But not that much. And then you do this, 700, 1,000, way more. Plus it does the frost damage and lightning damage. And just adding the lightning damage makes it 16 something, you crit. Sure, you have to do this big ass move to get it activated, but what do you care? It's so much damage. It's adding an extra couple hundred damage onto your move. Plus frost, which will crit on its own after a couple hits, depending on the enemy. But most enemies that I found, unless they're immune to everything, still take frost damage. So what it looks like to me is when people say, oh, this isn't good, what they mean is they're not good enough to use it. Because it's not slow by anyone's measure. Not really. Okay, so what can I actually do to get stronger? Because it doesn't seem like there's actually a way for me to get stronger than I am. But what I do want to look up is the finger towers to get the great runes unlocked. So the Divine Tower of East Atlas is one where I need to go, which is one of these things. Okay. Because apparently this one does two, not just one, which is great. Yep. Restore the power of Great Root. Logs, Great Root. So it raises all attributes, greatly raises HP, grants a blessing of blood to phantoms. Does that mean it'll give an additional blood crit to my mimic? Or does it mean that if I summon somebody to help me with the boss, it'll also give them blood? Let me look up the next one. Or let me look up. Yeah. Where to find it? Use. To grant blessing of blood to summon spirits from spirit ashes or legendary spirit ashes or native monster bosses from an invaded world. Blessing of blood makes it so every time those blessed by it kill an enemy, the user of the Great Rune will be healed 10% of their maximum HP. Additionally, when blood loss is inflicted in the vicinity of a blessed individual, gain damage buff for 20 seconds. So that's useless, actually. It sounds great, but it doesn't actually give them the bleed effect. It just gives them the ability to get effects. So, okay. Eye cards. Great rune. Uh-huh. Divine Tower of West Atlas. Found through the sealed tunnel. Which is this sealed tunnel down here, which I had avoided. So now we'll go in here and do this. I just want to unlock the great runes while I'm at it. So let's just run through here. Hope for the best. Do so they do a decent amount of damage. have no clue where I'm supposed to be going now, which is an issue. Okay. Stab you in the back. Maybe through here. This looks like a fake door. Oh, that's a real door. You guys don't care that I'm here, so that's fine. Is that the way to go? No. Okay. So I need to find my way through here, but it's definitely not through here, so there has to be another door. I think that's the exit, though. Yeah. So let's try this. There's probably a wall somewhere I'm missing that's a fake wall. Doesn't seem to be a fake wall. There we go. Knew it had to be somewhere. Do this just in case. Put this here. This. Well, let's do this actually. I know there was that thing there, but honestly, I couldn't care less. Because I just want to get through the tunnel. That's full. There we go. Okay. Now for the actual enemy. Guess not. Oh, my mimic's gone. Okay. Didn't seem to be a way to break that. Probably needed to use the chain lady to do it. that was a fall. Okay, try again. You have a really long rope, dude. Okay, so it's gonna be easier if I go this way. Potentially B. There's a stake here, which means there's danger here. Okay, let's start with this. These are just rune fragments, sanctuary stones. Yeah, yeah, I get it. Explodey boys. Gonna go this way. Okay. I'm gonna go this way. That's not something I can get, so we're gonna go back down this way. Is there even a way to go? Maybe if I go here. You really like blowing shit up, don't you? No race before the boss or stick? Okay. And I don't have any health potions. So just me and the boss. Block these. Kill him before he kills me. He wasn't. Those guys at this point aren't hard. They just stab you too much. And it's annoying. Stab you too much? No, they They use magic too much. Their magic's not even powerful, it's just the repeated use of it gets in the way. I hope there's nothing here on the way. There's not. Yay, for once FromSoft doesn't fuck you over. Unless there's something directly through that door, which I wouldn't put past them. Just to be like, while you're opening it, something stabs you through the doorway. Dealing super crit and slamming you on the ground to deal more damage, you know? That's the kind of bullshit they'd pull. I think the reason these games are fun is because the environment is constantly hostile, with slight gaps of non-hostility that you find out later they're kind of hostile still, for the most part. Or the reason they're not hostile is because there's things trying to kill them so much that to them it's not even worth being hostile. Like Millicent. She has so many things trying to kill her that the one guy who doesn't want to kill her, of course she's not going to be mean to him. I know I can just walk to it, but let's be honest. Who cares? This inside of Grace. Great runes. Restores HP upon defeating enemies. Not useful for me right now. Okay, what's the next one we're gonna go get? Okay, Radahn's great room. Okay. There's the Divine Tower of Khaled. Oh, but no, it was the right button. It was just not something that was good. Okay, so I do not know where that is. So I'm guessing that the thing that I'm looking for is not something I know where is. Oh yeah, I haven't gone back to say the Sage. I'm gonna do that real quick. Let's see where it's at. Because they actually did include a map, you just have to go through like 3 links and then know there. Sometimes they put a map there and look at that and then click on it so it's actually clear enough to tell where it's at. And then mark you. Let's go. And it was down the hill first. Maybe the way down the hill first. which would be this way. I don't remember how I got up the hill is the problem. I remember it was a pretty long road. Yeah, this. I don't know what's attacking me. I think it was the, yeah, the meatball. It was a spicy meatball. Going towards 2. I wonder what happens if you clear out this town, like actually clear it out. Because, like, you can know when, because your mimic will disappear without, you know, it being dead.
Millicent, my daughter, why would you take out the needle? You were so close, so very close to becoming the fairest of all flowers. Would you disown us too, as your mother did? We, children of the Scarlet Rot.
Dude, she was just trying to do.
Millicent, you detest us so much.
Yeah.
Millicent,
Okay, well, this guy's went from a cool dude to a bitch, so we're gonna just murder him real quick. There we go. We can two-shot that guy now. We're that good. Okay. Let's check out what that little thing does that he gave us. That we took from him. Forcefully. Aggressively. So greatly raises the incantation, the potency of incantation. So it's Faithful Canvas and then Flock Canvas. Oh, because it's just a couple people looking up, and then all of their followers looking up with them. So, I think we're gonna leave the guard boosting just in case it does do something. Power of skills. And attack power, successive attacks. I don't think that matters to me just because not my kind of build. Possessing weapons. Just jump attacks, chain attacks, guard counters, intelligence. Raises maximum HP, stamina, and equip load. I use that just for the stamina. Okay, and then where we're going is up here. This is Dragon Barrow West, the place I was looking for. That it says to use to get to here. Northeast here. Yep, that's accurate. I can never tell if they're just spouting nonsense or not. I'm dry, dry as a bone. Fool dragon, surrender your strength. Let me feast on your heart. Yeah, I just like the dragon thing because it does the cool stuff. Ah, this was the thing where I couldn't figure out how to get inside. I think the difference is because armor doesn't defend against a percent of attacks. Because, like, even if it was a low percentage, armor would be better if it dealt against a percentage of attacks. Um, because it would mean that it actually means something against big enemies, and it would actually be a... You could even make them heavier, and it wouldn't be that big of a deal, because they would be useful. That guard counter literally did jack shit. Let's go this way. I've tried going all the way up, so I'm going to try going all the way down. I don't know if it'll do anything, but it may just be the only way to get down to the front is to find your way down. Which it seems like that might be the case. The only way this is going to work is if I use a horse. I hope I don't fall off the edge in the process, which I succeeded in. Need to find a way down. This is not it. Great, going over here was not the way down. I was hoping it would be. That is clearly too big of a drop. That means I'm stuck over here now. Maybe the game doesn't glitch too much. It's really hard to see ladders that go down compared to ladders that go up. Just because they're underneath this lip. Might need to fall off on the front of it, maybe? Can't really see with all this rain and shit. Hmm. That. That part of the cliff is where I need to get. But I don't know if I can, and even if I can, I don't know if that's the smartest idea. Oh, you literally can just... Let me try going from here to there, because it seems like you could literally just walk to the base, and I might be a fool. I want to figure that out now rather than later, because I don't know where to go from where I'm at anyway. So I don't know if I should be going to the very top or the very bottom. What I do know is there seemed to be another path that led downwards over here. It'll show me what's at the bottom. Oop. And I think I've been down here before too. Problem is I wouldn't know because I didn't have the correct stuff back then. It wouldn't have done anything for me. It's like there's this, but does this mean that I just don't have the qualifications to enter, or is it because it's a completely different door that it's not actually a door or something? Doesn't look like it's actually a door, because it looks like these are just things that go around the side. Yeah, I think you have to go up. There ain't nothing down here. Well, actually there is something down here. It's a pathway up. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here. I'll see you in the next one. Now that I'm at 100 hours. Bye.